Hi geeks and freaks, Big Girl Geek here with a brand new video. And here's my review for the first 3 episodes of Young Justice. Princess All, Royal We, and Imminent Threat came out today, watched it today, and I can't wait to get into this review with you guys. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Geek Out. So, before we get into the Geek Out, you guys, in this review, I have to say a huge thank you to you. You guys subscribed, and I'm at 100 subscribers way ahead of time. The goal was set for the end of this month, but today, we made it. We're here, 100 subscribers. Yes. So thank you for sticking it out with me. Glad you're enjoying the channel as I work out its kinks and tweaks, as I figure out this whole YouTube thing. So I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. Only more great things to come in 2019, and let's get to that next 200. So, also, one last thing before I start this review, that this review will be full of spoilers. Spoiler warning now. So, if you have not watched or you don't want any spoilers, I suggest you wait, pause, watch, and then come back because there's going to be some spoilers. So, first episode, Princess All. We got to see what happened last season because we know that it has been a while since this show has been on. I can't even remember the original air date of the season 2 finale, but fans fought for it. DC heard them, and it's back, baby. And so we got the recap, and we start off with seeing that Aqualad is now the official Aquaman and leader of the team, Young Justice, the team. And that was amazing to see, which I did put on my Instagram ahead of time. We had saw that was going to happen. And then I think one of my Word from the Geek comic book news, I might have mentioned that as well. So that was great to see him in the a more Aquaman looking costume. We got to see that members that were on the team before have now all matured, grown up. Some have children, getting married. We'll get into that later. A whole bunch of new people on the team and a whole bunch of new people on Justice League. And as you guys know me, I take notes, so I don't want to miss anything that I wanted to review and talk with you guys and get your feedback on in regards to the episodes. So some of the new characters that we have not seen in previous seasons that are on this season are Ice, Black Lightning, of course, Steel, we saw Spoiler, Arrowette, Oracle, Batwoman, Katana, Hardware, and Stargirl. You guys, if I missed anyone, let me know in the comments, but that's all I got recorded here when I was watching the episodes. As I said, Aquaman is Aqualad. Aqualad is Aquaman now. M'gann is also leading the team. She's leading the team. I think Aquaman is like the leader of Justice League. I have to go back. I wasn't really clear on that. And then M'gann in her new suit look, like her combat look, she's showing more of a white Martian, bald head, looking more like J'onn J'onzz, but just like in her white Martian white skin. I thought that was interesting. No hair, trying to look more human. I thought that was very interesting. What did you guys think of that look? And it was so great to see Black Lightning. Now, since the show has been off so long, you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Have they added Black Lightning because of the popularity on the CW show? Or when they were originally doing the show and they were originally setting up for season 3, had they already had Black Lightning in mind to have such a more prominent role in the upcoming seasons? Because I couldn't really figure that out. I mean, I know we caught a glimpse of him in the second season really quick, and that's when he was like, oh, Virgil, aka Static Shock, I could be your mentor, but it was really quick and brief. But I'm like thinking now that, he's on the CW with the Flash and Arrow, and he's in the Arrowverse and Legends and all that, have they made him more prominent because of that? And also because of the popularity of Black Panther? I don't know. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So that was one thing I wanted to point out, and it was great seeing him because he's one of those characters that you very rarely see in animation when DC does their animated stuff, and then of course live action. We've only seen him really got to see him on CW. let's see. We also get to see a lot of Cat Grant. She is not the only reporter in DC Universe. How come we're not seeing Lois? How come we're not seeing Iris? Lois Lane and Iris West, of course. There's so many reporters. We haven't, I guess Supergirl's not really going to be featured on this yet. We don't really know her because she hasn't shown up yet. But yeah, we get to see a lot of Cat Grant. I would love to see some of Lois Lane and Iris, of course, out there reporting. So, but I love Cat, but this is one of the things I also want to point out. How cute was that Huntress and Roy scene where we see that she has moved on from Kid Flash's death, and she's now married to Roy, who goes by Will because he's the clone, and they have a little daughter. I thought that was very interesting. And going back, speaking of M'gann, she and Superboy have gotten engaged, and we got to see a glimpse of Wolf. I love Wolf. I wish they would use Wolf more in missions. He's like kind of sort of crypto, but not crypto, and I love to see Wolf. He's great. And I love how the fact that Connor knows, Superboy knows that she's a white Martian, what she really looks like. He doesn't care. He wants to marry her. I thought that was very nice, and they have a little cute relationship that I love, and I can't wait to get to see them out on missions. So they gave us that little recap of the characters that we know from the previous seasons and what they've been up to. Oh, and they also did show G. Gordon Godfrey, who I love, and too bad Tim Curry isn't doing the voice, of course, and it's a new person. I'm not sure the actor, but I love that character, and we did get a glimpse of him. So they start off with like recapping and showing you where all of the characters that we loved from the previous seasons have matured and what they have gone through. I thought that was done fairly quickly and done well, so we can move on to what the main story is going to be for this season, which is actually called Outsiders. If I haven't mentioned that, it's actually called Outsiders. So I thought the first episode wasn't really slow, but it really was like just a recap and a quick glimpse into what everyone is doing. It had a great action, some great scenes. It gave us the story, basically the subplot, or one's the main, I guess maybe the main story and another kind of subplot. So the main story is basically there are people that are trying to abduct children, seeing if they have the metagene, and turning them into metahumans to use against most like the Justice League, basically. And you know, you have Lex Luthor involved, and I think that's kind of sort of excuse me, I cannot get rid of this cough, so excuse me. That's kind of sort of in line with what we've been seeing on the CW shows, as far as The Flash in particular, with the attack on the metahumans, and then on Supergirl when they're all the attack on the aliens. So I think that's very interesting. Is that connected in any way, do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So I thought that was very kind of sort of way to be in line with what they're doing on the Arrowverse in the CW with those two shows. Now, also what we noticed here on this first episode was, I guess is the subplot, is that Batman kind of staged a mutiny and got him and some of his other people, especially his sidekicks and mentorees, to leave the Justice League and resign because the UN is taking so much control away from the Justice League. And they're heavily focused on this country that's like Russia, but not Russia. I can't forget the name. Now, where have I seen this plot before? Experiment on people to see if they have powers or to give them powers. Then you have members of a main team made up of superheroes, some going this way and staying with the government, and then some leaving and going off and doing their own thing. Where have I seen this story before? Yeah. Anyone else getting Civil War vibes from this, or is it just me? Or am I crazy? Okay, let me know in the comments. I mean, even though the stories seem very similar, at least to me, in my opinion, I'm still enjoying the show. So the second episode that we had was Royal We. And in that episode, we got to see the new intro for the Justice League, which is really different. Or Young Justice. I keep saying Justice League. Young Justice, which is really different from the previous seasons, where there's no like showing of all the characters involved. I guess it has expanded so much that it's just like this real, just short intro, which was, I know this was very different. And it appears that Black Lightning is going to have a major part in this storyline, Outsiders. You know, for he losing his powers and he got his powers. We got to see a baby Anissa and Jennifer, baby Thunder and Lightning. Thought that was really cool. So again, I don't know if that has anything to do with what we're seeing on CW and why they decided to add all of that. So if you get past that subplot, being close to Civil War, I mean, this episode is really great. We got some great action, some great stuff, some great lines, some great new characters, some great new metahumans. With Prince Breon and his whole story in his country. So I am not mad. I am feeling it. I'm loving it. I'm just glad it's back. I mean, the episodes are quick. They're like 20 minutes long, but they have not missed a step since being out so long. Like, you would think that things would be a little bit sketchy because it's been off the air. Not at all, you guys. Love this episode. Like I said, love the story. I love the action. I'm loving everything about it. And then we had the last episode, Imminent Threat. Basically, we get to see some more. We got to see Beast Boy, who's now an actor. We got to see Stargirl, who is some type of TV show talk host. We got to see Nightwing doing his thing, as always kicking butt. I love the way that they do those scenes in these cartoons. Like, I don't know, something about it, the way they do the fight scenes, it seems like sometimes you forget, at least for me, that I'm watching a cartoon. I love it. I don't know, I loved it. The episodes, I feel like, have gotten more mature and more grown up. We're seeing, you know, kids getting shot, people's faces half burned off, half skeleton, half flesh. We're seeing some more adult themes and stories, and I'm feeling it, you guys. I'm feeling it. What about you? Please let me know in the comments. Especially in this last episode, I'm feeling it. Like I said, we're seeing teenagers and kids die. Like, stuff I haven't seen really in animation. And DC does that well. DC does adult animation very well. What I was gonna say, Prince Breon, his powers, you guys. He's like a half lava, half rock. It gave me goosebumps. I can't picture them like rocks coming out of your skin and doing all that. I don't know. Ew, it just gave me the creeps. But what is his name? I don't recognize him. Is he a known superhero? I can't remember. That's where you guys come in. Let me know in the comments. I can't remember who he's supposed to be, or if he's just new for the show. But again, first great 3 solid episodes. The story's moving right along. It brought me in. I'm loving the fight scenes. I'm loving the dialogue. I'm just loving everything about it. I'm loving everything that you loved about the first 2 seasons. You're still going to love when you get to this new season. The noticeable differences for me is the animation looks a little bit different than what they were doing in the first 2 seasons. Maybe because I just did a binge and wanted to catch up. I don't know. I noticed some differences there. Voice actors, of course, we couldn't get all the actors, and maybe even some of the animators back because they had such a long break. The actors have gone on and signed on for other projects, so of course we can't get some of the same voice actors, but you can notice that. You do notice the voice actors, and you do, for me at least, notice the animation's a little bit different. But overall, same energy as the first 2 seasons, but it also feels new, and it also feels revived, and it also feels like they're giving us everything we wanted because we waited so long, we fought so hard for it, you guys. So that is what I thought of the first 3 episodes. Excellent energy, excellent story, excellent characters. I give it all an A+. I thought it was great. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. It's so hard sometimes to review the animated cartoons and episodes like this, especially they're short and everything like that, but I'm loving it. There's so much to unpack. Like, I don't know, I just love this cartoon. I think it's the best. I think it's the best animated cartoon out as far as this. It's the best stuff that DC puts out when they do this. They're very good, and I think they're unmatched when it comes to their animation. Movies, and then Marvel's movies are, you know, up here, but their animation is like down here. But I'm loving it. So I'm very excited for the rest of the season. Can't wait to see the next 3 episodes, which I'm so happy they're releasing 3 episodes each instead of 1 episode each, because it's a long season, about I think 26 episodes, and that would suck if we have to wait every Friday for 1 episode. So that's also a great thumbs up. So what did you guys think? That's all I have for you guys. Loved it. It's amazing. Can't wait for more. Let me know in the comments. Can't wait to see what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video or any other video on my channel, please, as always, hit subscribe. Hit the notifications bell to get notified when I upload a new video, and let's get to 200 subscribers. Thanks so much for watching. Big Girl Geek Out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.